Today's video, we're going to be doing a transformation cut and style using some extensions. Want to see the outcome? Keep watching. So we started off by doing a preliminary cut just to cut some of the length off that we're not going to be needing for this style. Now the difference with this client is she is not getting a relaxer. We are actually just going to use heat and lay the hair down. So what I did was I went through with my H2 Pro 1-inch flat iron and I just kind of silked her out. Her hair texture can support this type of style. She doesn't have a great density. And she is also fine textured. So her hair laid down really, really well without me having to apply any type of relaxer. Now, this cannot work for all natural textures. It really is on a case-by-case basis. And also keep in mind, guys, whenever you are doing this style and you are staying natural, the hair does revert. So how long this style will last, I can't really tell you. It's really just dependent on the client, the environment, meaning the climate, and how they take care of it after the fact. So after I straightened her, I just went through and did a little bit of notching to help blend the area with her areas that were really, really sparse. Now, if you notice at the nape of her neck, it is somewhat sparse because she did wear a lot of wigs as well. And that also happens when you wear wigs on a repeated basis. It will start to eat away the hair in those areas, typically at the hairline level. So you want to be careful how you wear your wigs, what you do when you wear your wigs, meaning if you put a cap over your hair to protect it, different things, because eventually traction alopecia starts to happen. And this is a form of traction alopecia, especially in the nape of her neck. Now, her goal is, of course, to grow her hair out and to get it as healthy as she possibly can. But she did want a style that was best suited for her to be able to manage this. So we decided that this cut was the best way for her. And of course, she brought a picture saying this is what style she wanted. Now, after the actual haircut, this is where it's a little bit different. So with natural haircuts, you typically want to do the haircut first. Because if you mold the hair and then blow it out and then try to go through and cut it, you're almost like you're disturbing your mold. So in her case, we did the haircut first and then we molded her after. So I'm using a lot of wrap strips to make this work. And I'm using our Elite Silk Wrap Foam, which works really, really well, regardless if you're natural or relaxed, to lay the hair down. Now, when you're doing this with natural hair, you do have to be very quick because the hair will start to revert. The foam is a wet substance. So this is another reason why I don't do the mold when she's wet, because I needed to give her this haircut and then I'm able to just lay the foundation down with the wrap foam and being, of course, very quick, as I said before. Because if the hair starts to revert before you mold it and put those strips on, you're going to basically be back at square one. So this is an important step, but speed is definitely required with this. The great thing is the Elite Silk Wrap Foam actually does give a great hold, and it does not leave the hair flaky or hard or heavy. So that's another good thing. Now, once she's finished with the molding, then we go ahead and use our wrap strips. And you want to make sure that you use those wrap strips on all parts of where the natural hair is that you are molding down. You do not want to give it any level of room to revert. You want it to stay as snug and secure as possible. So the wrap strips are definitely important in this step. Now, the top of her head, we are going to be doing the same thing, but the difference is we don't really have to worry about the mold too much. I just wanted to kind of lay the hair in the direction of where it was going. And then we're going to silk it out after she's dry. And then, of course, go through and do the remainder of the style. Now that she's dry, and I said silk it out. We're not silking her, guys. I said that before. I said that wrong. So we are actually going to be sewing hair in the crown area. So that was another reason why I did not silk out the top. So I'm just going through and doing an around the world braid on her. It's not an intricate braid, you guys. I am not a strong or solid braider. I can braid for a sew-in, but please don't ask me to braid for style. So what I'm doing is just going through, and I'm not making the braids extremely tight, mainly because she does have some areas where the hair is a little bit weaker. But this was the best option for her for this style that we're doing. And then after we did that, I went through and sewed the hair on. And then this is the end result after we've applied the hair, that kind of thing. Now, on her sides and her back, I was applying heat to lay those areas down a little bit more. Guys, even though you are molding that area, it will still get a little wavy and you have to go through and silk it out a little bit more. So it's not going to be bone straight as it would be if it was a relaxer, because mainly this area is natural hair. So there is nothing stopping it from reverting. And of course, even with the wrap strip on, it's still reverted slightly. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through with my shears and I'm just cleaning up or cutting up the extensions that we sewn on the crown of her head. And then I am going to go through and give her some layers and of course make this cut all hers, making it blend in. And I did leave some of her hair out in the top just to be able to cover the tracks in the area that we had sewn the hair on. Now her hair is really, really fine, so I did have to apply 2 tracks with glue right at the base of where her hair meets the extensions, mainly because her hair is very, very fine, and if I needed more hair and I left too much out, then that would kind of take away from the fact that we're trying to do this style. So that was another reason why I did apply 2 glued in tracks right at the base of where her hair meets the extensions. After we go through and give her the trim, or I don't want to say trim. After we do the haircut, I am so used to saying the word trim, it's wrong. We give her the haircut, and then we're gonna go through now, and we're using a little bit of our goddess polish and go through and curl the hair to blend it in. I did also use a net on top of her braids where we did the sew-in, mainly because, of course, I want to protect that area and because she has some forms of alopecia in that area as well. And I needed to have something as a base and another form of protectant over those areas that were thinning or sparse. Now, on the other side where the hair is going to be covered, I still went through and silked it with my iron. And then the weave or the extensions that we used, I'm just going through and just giving it a bump to blend it with her hair and to also finish up the remainder of the style. This part is really, really self-explanatory, guys. There's really not much magic to this. We are just giving her a slight bump and just make sure, of course, you keep tension on your iron until the last piece of hair falls out. And then the iron that I'm using is still my H2 Pro titanium 1-inch iron. The hair, she brought the hair in. This was, I want to say, some body wave hair that we're using. Me personally, it doesn't matter if it's bundle hair or pack hair. Either way, it will work for this style. So I would say, if you have the bundle hair, sure, you can use it. If we're sewing it, maybe you want a little bit more longevity, of course, because it's sewn on. But you can also use pack hair and do this as well. But it's all by choice and by budget. So let's talk a little bit, guys, about maintenance and taking care of this style when you're natural. This is not the easiest style to maintain, nor is any shortcut, especially if you are natural, regardless if you're fine textured or if you are medium or even coarse. This is something where a relaxer is typically required. And I'm not going to say required. It is the best thing for styles like this because you are going to spend more time trying to figure out how to keep your hair blended and keep your hair laying down to mimic the fact that you have a style of this nature. Having a natural hairstyle, a natural shortcut is not the easiest thing to maintain, nor is it the one that requires the least amount of maintenance. So I always give my client that informed decision, or give them the information so they can make an informed decision before they move forward. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you like the style and the outcome. Please don't forget to thumbs up my video, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new and this is your first time watching. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. Once again, thanks for watching.